Cause we float like the butterfly, sting like the bee. Sounds of the Fabio with a jungle style. Kiss 100.
Fabio live Kiss. For the next 2 hours, it's me taking you through the spectrum of a little show. I'm calling it Science. Kicking off with a guy called Gerald, one of the homies from Manchester. Darker Than I Should Be. Kiss FM on the jungle tip, and not so much jungle as a musical review. In the next 2 hours, playing you best sounds of some of the up and coming artists, some of the established artists. We'll be kicking it live. Yeah. As I said, kicking off with a guy called Gerald, something called Darker Than I Should Be. One for the summer months. I said, I'll be taking you through a spectrum of sounds, not only jungle, but the best in the beats. Lots of very well produced vocal tracks. This is one for the summer, Jack Smooth, formerly of Smooth and Simmons, and a little thing called A Touch of Class. Also, I will be giving you club reviews, telling you the latest of what's happening. Fabio, Kiss 100. One from Jack Smooth, little thing called A Touch of Class. As I said, I'm going to be taking you through a spectrum. Going to be playing some strings, some beats, some core. Also, I'll be giving you information on up and coming gigs, up and coming tunes, things to watch for in the near future. And also I've got a few things to say about the jungle explosion at the moment. Certain things have got to be said, you know. From one summer lick into another. This is sound of Ram Records, something that's doing really, really well at the moment. Using a Thinker old Soul to Soul sample, Cold Fresh Air. Gotta say hello to the Ram crew, including Andy C and the boys down there in Essex. another step in the development of the beats. Right, we're gonna stop for a pause for a cause in a few seconds. Back with something vocally after. Remember, it's Kiss and it's Fabio for the next 2 hours or so. And we're rolling. Thank you very much, 5-0. Right, here's something that's licking at the moment. This is Buck Wild, Silent Voice. There's not only jungle around at the moment. A lot of good vocal stuff, a lot of good string stuff. And this is mashup business. Gotta send this one out to Ray Keith and also Nicky Black Market. Fabio, Kiss 100. Dropping it big. That's Buck Wild and the Silent Voice. A bit like me at the moment. The silent voice. I don't wanna be the silent voice. I don't wanna be. Excellent tune. Incorporating nice vocals with the raw beats of jungle. The silent voice. As I said, I'm getting a bit older and my musical taste is maturing slightly. So I'm into the slower, deeper stuff at the moment. That is not by any means a diss on jungle. Jungle is an urban thing. But I'm into the world beats right now, you know?
The silent voice, the silent voice.
Right, is a excellent little piece of vocalization. This is Peshay, one of the most underrated characters on the scene, and this is an excellent tune, superb production, and definitely the way forward into 95. Remember, you're listening to Fabio and Kiss 100. Good to see Kiss playing the beats. This is a little thing, Untitled, due to be out soon on some label sometime in the near future. Gotta say a big hello to the man himself, the great Groove Rider. Also a big hello to the Groove Connection Massive, Frost, Bookham, Storm and Kemi, Ray Keith, Mickey Finn. This one's yours. That's Peshay. Definitely one for the summer, one for the ladies. Gotta say a big hello to Peshay and his young lady Ria. Also the man Mr. Danny Bookham and his young lady Antoinette. Taking you through the musical spectrum that I'm calling it science. Playing you the best of the beats. Right, another pause for a cause in a minute. Back with more selection after that. And remember, if you want to send a letter to Kiss, some correspondence, remember to write to Kiss 100, PO Box N7.
Listen up. Sounds of the infamous Fabio kicking up the flavour across the city limits and the metropolis. Kiss 100. Watch the style.
Right, back into some rubber dub. This is very reminiscent of some of the old blues tracks. Reminds me of an old Studio One kind of thing. From the dub masters themselves, Smith and Mighty, something that was released on London a little while ago. This is definitely a crisp biscuit for all the drum and bass crew going through 3 drum and bass hard step. Starting off Smith and Mighty, Come Fly Away With Me.
Sounds of the Fabio, kicking up the flavour, hear it good. Sounds of the champion, Bubbler sound, running London town, the underground sounds of the Fabio. Kiss 100 FM, hear it good.
Smith and Mighty, Fly Away. That reminds me of them old reggae tunes that used to rub off the wallpaper too. Slow and heavy. 3 from the hard step. Starting off with that. going into this. Gotta say a big, big hello to the Reinforced crew. That's Gus, Digo. And this is something from that stable, Underground Software. Remember, it's Fabio, Kiss 100. Also saying a big, big hello to the Inter crew. The Face, Juicy Juice, Peter, Danny and Paul. Something. The address is Kiss 100 PO Box N7 8BR and address them to Fabio. That was Underground Software. Something I think will be coming very, very soon and Reinforced. Tough beats. If I sound slightly stopped up, that's because the hay fever's running at the moment. But so is Beckonase. Might get a free supply for a year after that. This is something forthcoming on V Records and one that's causing quite a storm. Been around a few months now on plate. Coming out with a track on the B-side called The Calling. Respect to Frost and Brian G. This is the Roni Size follow-up to Music Box, the Omar track. As I said, coming soon on V Records, the Omar track. Been around for a few months on plate. Gonna set for a summer release, and that will do very well indeed. Right, another pause for a cause. Back with something from the infamous Goldie after this.
You're rocking and you're moving with the sound of the Fabio Kiss 100. Listen it good. Champion Bubbler sound.
Here's something from the infamous Goldie. Inner City Life. Intelligent vocals, intelligent beats. It's Fabio live and Kiss 100. About another hour or so. More hard step, more beats, more music.
Goes
Right, no time for gimmicks, that's the real deal. It's Goldie, Inner City Life. Definitely poignant. And this one's going out to Goldie and his young lady, Rachel. And it's definitely about time people started to open up their ears and don't get sidetracked into listening to one sort of thing. Music's music, whether it's good or bad. And if it's good, you've got to appreciate it. It's as simple as that. Whether it's jungle, whether it's piano stuff, whether it's strings, it's all coming from the same thing. House music, really, at the end of the day. And respect to Kiss for going through a spectrum of DJs, playing a spectrum of music. And don't let all the press that you're reading about jungle fool you. People just try to jump on something that they think is new. It's been around a long time and it's been progressing for a long time. Yeah, that's enough of that anyway. Sending this one out to all the summer bunnies.